What's up, Dace-tacular Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show, and we are 3 away to the end. This is the third to last. Yikes. Join me as always, Gibby!
Hey.
Back by producer that's this week, Frank Ward!
Hi!
Cheever!
Sup?
This was your week to be off.
It was my week to be off.
Like,
He
you
tried
were
really hard.
Everybody was taking 1 day off before the show ended.
I
tried.
did not use my PTO time correctly
Didn't.
to burn, so
we don't pay out.
I know, so I made that mistake.
Yeah, we're actually, our LLC is in Alabama, and they don't care about their people.
That's right.
He legit left the house at 7 saying, I gotta go into work.
You did?
Yeah. I had an on-site emergency that had to be on property for.
Wait, you went over to the city and came back before the show?
Yeah.
This is not that important.
Neither was the 5-second emergency. I literally had to go on-site, press a button, and leave.
And nobody else could press the button?
No one else could press the button.
Did you have a special key to the button?
No. Because I don't have VPN on my laptop.
So you get the VPN.
But that means they can ask me to work while I'm home.
You still don't do it.
Just leave your laptop at work.
You know how long Auto Plus, I can say this because they're not a company anymore. You know how long Auto Plus paid for my cell phone and they didn't answer after 5? Decades.
That's the other thing I'm trying to get is a work phone.
Yeah.
So I don't have to keep giving this out.
You got to get into the proper mindset before you start taking freebies from them. Otherwise, they're going to walk all over you.
That is specifically why, like, when I started my job, they're like, do you want us to give you a stipend for your phone? No. Give me a work phone.
Yeah.
That way, that bitch, like, for the weekend, it was at home. Like, no, I'm not looking at work shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I uninstalled all the apps when we got to Ocean City, Maryland. Because I was not dealing with it. I haven't put them back on yet. I realize it's Tuesday. But wait, we're 3 away from the big finale.
Well, 2 away.
2 away. We got this live show next week.
And then something.
A Monday show.
Something.
Something will air Monday, June 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Who knows what? Could be an episode of Rick and Morty.
It could just be this desk empty, and everyone going freaking out. Why the fuck is no one on stream?
For an hour. Nobody's gonna freak out. You are too kind to a show
I
that
think
does not deserve.
Berezzo will jump on, going, "Oh, it's on Monday. I can watch," and then he'll just go.
I think he's watched the last 3 weeks.
I think he's popped on once because he recently resubscribed.
During Prime Minecraft.
No,
Yeah,
He usually gets on Minecraft or Jared stream to yell at audio issues.
Yeah, and then,
No,
and then
eight days.
fucking leaves.
8 days ago, he resubbed. So that would have been the show last week
Yeah.
that I missed.
Oh, well,
See, I got you, Eric.
yeah, but you didn't tell the people who were over on the show that somebody was in the fucking chat room.
I said it.
They didn't, did he?
Yeah, I did.
I don't recall that.
Probably not.
Roll the fucking tapes.
The tapes are gone.
They're called, yeah, all our fucking history. No, it's on YouTube. We can find it. But today's show, apparently Xbox Showcase happened this past weekend and kind of rolled into today because like news was still pouring out this morning. So was the Xbox Showcase like a weekend convention or was it like a Nintendo Direct?
Probably a weekend convention.
No, I think it was more like a direct thing because Capcom also had one and Atari had one.
I forgot Atari was still a company.
I believe they're apparently coming out with a new cartridge game.
Like a cartridge console or a game?
I don't know.
For the Atari?
I don't know what system it plays on, but yeah, I was a little shocked.
I mean, the
when
other one
I
who still
read it.
kind of uses cartridges would probably be Switch.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know.
Or the Retron. If they're specifically targeting that system, that's
actually a bold move.
Yeah.
That's a bold move. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I got the Retron 5, and I've got the 3 down here. The 5 plays stuff I don't own. But it has the HDMI port rather than the AV ports.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool little system. Controllers suck. I hate their controllers. But yeah, Xbox Showcase happened this past weekend. Transformers Rise of the Beasts came out this weekend. No one saw it. We're going to go probably this weekend to see it.
Is that a Transformer noise? I was trying to make a noise. I'm
Autobots,
behind. Don't mind me.
assemble.
Autobots roll out.
When do they
Assembles Avengers.
Whatever.
when do they release the tickets for that?
Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
They usually tomorrow. Because technically their first showing's Thursday, which I'm not going to the Thursday one.
Okay.
And then I should probably look at the weather because I didn't look at the weather last time. but I saw the movie I wanted to see, and now that I want to see both movies, the drive-in this weekend's playing The Flash and Rise of the Beasts, back to back, hopefully on the same screen.
Weather's supposed to be good.
Sweet. So I'm going to the drive-in and watching those.
Unrelated note that doesn't matter to anybody other than me. Next weekend, though, it's supposed to rain Saturday.
Why next weekend? What's going on next weekend?
I wanted to go. I have a campground booked.
Oh.
Campsite booked. So
Shit.
if that
Now
rain,
I gotta cancel the orgy.
if
Damn.
that rain stays in the forecast, I'm not going.
I don't blame you.
Do you want to join the orgy, Frank, or?
I told you the capacity of the house is 3,
That is an orgy in his mind.
and that's including the dog.
Including the dog, yeah.
But you would be taking the dog with you, right?
Oh shit! Yeah. Damn it! Come on, Dace. Whose side are you on?
Yeah.
Neither. Both sound like a mess.
Yes, that is very fair.
But yeah, so that type of shit happened this past weekend with the Xbox Showcase. I assume that's most of what we would be talking about today, because at least from
Give Gibby too much credit.
there's not
yeah,
many.
way
There's not
too
much
much
entertainment news because the writer's strike's still going on. There
Yeah.
is a bit of news that I want to talk about before we roll into the Xbox.
Well, couple things got pushed, couple things got pulled
That's what I was gonna
forward.
bring up.
Oh.
Disney went and reshuffled their entire lineup. Only one thing got pulled forward.
I don't think it was just Disney, though. I think there are a couple other things also.
Well, Disney specifically did it
Yeah.
with Star Wars, Avatar, and Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel pretty much pushed everything back and moved Deadpool forward.
Woo!
Woo! And then Secret Wars, it got pushed a full year. So, like, there's a bunch of Phase 6 projects still in there that they haven't announced. But Secret Wars, which would end the multiverse saga, comes to us in 2027 now. I'll be dead.
2027?
That's kind of crazy how long it takes them to do a phase now.
Well, I think they would have sped it up if there wasn't the writer's strike.
And COVID.
And COVID. And you run into the fact that the writers keep picketing their shoots, and because the Teamsters have allied with the writers union, the trucks will not cross anywhere there's a picket line. So even though they're able to shoot a bunch of stuff because they had it written, the moment the writers show up and keep walking back and forth, the trucks won't come in, and then they can't shoot. So they've shut down Daredevil like 4 or 5 times.
Damn.
Yeah, which sucks. I get it why they're doing it. I get why they want their piece of the pie or their nut. If you watch This Week's Always Sunny,
That's right.
but it sucks as a fan.
Yeah.
Because
Aren't the actors supposed to be striking soon too?
they have till June 30th to reach a contract.
What did they
And
get?
at the
They
current
gave the
rate-
approval that if the contract's not reached by June 30th, they're striking July 1st. The directors agreed to whatever they were offered. So that union avoided a strike.
Is that because like the actors aren't going to get paid while there's not stuff getting written? Or-
They're hooking on to a lot of the other writer. So the problem is a lot of the Writers Guild are in the Actors Guild.
Oh.
So a lot of the Actors Guild's points are similar to the Writers Guild. The big thing is the AI. The writers are pissed that the AI can generate all the scripts technically, and then one person can go through and just kind of put a little twist on it to make it original.
Yeah.
The actors are afraid all the stuff they've been doing in Star Wars.
That they can just CGI you in because they own your
Like
rights.
where James Earl Jones basically just signed away his voice to always be Vader,
yeah.
even after he's dead. They're also concerned with the streaming is the big thing too, because now we don't have reoccurring or you don't have
DVD
residuals
sales.
from the syndication. It's one and done. Like, hey, we're gonna give you 10% up front, and they're not giving them the numbers of if something's doing well. Because there's been things that have been doing well, but they canceled because I guess they just didn't see the studio doesn't see the worth. Since they're not selling advertisements currently. And then basically they don't sell it to the network. Well, if they do sell it to a network, for example, Paramount's been doing it. They're putting some of their comedy shit on Comedy Central. They already got paid for the streaming service, so they're not getting any cut of what ends up on Comedy Central. So the writers I get, because the jobs are few and far apart, and they get put on retainer to like wait.
And they can't do anything. That was because I think weren't we just guessing that was the case, but that's for real. That like
For the most, because you're pretty much committed to a project, and then they're also like the cancellation's kind of on a whim. It used to be like by the spring you knew you weren't coming back in the fall. Now it's like, all right, you're getting ready to shoot in the fall, and then August 31st they're like, nah, we're done.
yeah.
So the streaming game is really what's fucking it up. That and the AI. So the actors could be on strike. We won't know. The show will be over. We'll be on strike.
We'll be on
Right.
strike. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna cross that picket line.
We won't.
Someone's gonna cross it.
Actually, if you offered me a job, I would jump across that picket line. Naked. They can beat me with their signs as I'm crossing. They're like, "Fuck you! I'll be Wolverine. I'll write my own parts too.
You can CGI me. You can CGI me however you want.
Stick. I can write." But the only big thing that happened in Marvel, besides the reshifting, is Deadpool's being pulled forward to next May.
Woo!
Where it was supposed to come out in November.
Woo!
And then everything else got pushed back subsequently. So like the Captain America movie that was supposed to be next May is now July. I think July was supposed to be Blade, maybe. And Blade got pushed back. So like everything got pushed back by one. Deadpool got moved up.
Deadpool.
So that was the entertainment thing that I thought. Yeah, and Star Wars got all delayed an additional year. So Star Wars supposed to come back in 2025. They're coming back in 2026.
The budget for what they're called, and or whatever is fucking crazy.
For a non-lightsaber show. No Jedis.
For fucking a bunch of talk, I don't even. Okay, whatever.
To drag in the non-Star Wars fans.
Yeah, okay.
There's gonna be dragons.
There might be.
Who the fuck knows?
Show me dragon!
Dragon!
Anyway, that's going to pretty much do it for the entertainment news, because again, everything's at a halt because of this goddamn strike. Always Sunny came back last week, dropped 2 new episodes. I hate what they've done to that show. Not the actual show itself. The show itself still has some humor to it.
Oh.
But you're power releasing it for a series that only gives you 8 episodes to begin with.
What do you mean by power release?
You get 2 episodes a week.
Oh, so it's going to be done real quick. Like a month.
It's done, alright.
Yeah, and then they take almost 2 years to come out with a new season.
Is that because they're all doing their side projects and shit now?
Essentially. Like, I listen to their podcast now. Mac's never in fucking America because he's over doing the soccer thing.
Oh,
With
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds. Glenn, has been out shooting movies, and so's Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, but it seems like Sweet D has been working.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing that thing. Like, usually that was a death sentence to a show. Like Parks and Rec's final season, they did 2 episodes a week.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to just, alright, let's get it done. Scrubs, 2 episodes a week. Let's just get it done. It's Always Sunny for the last 3 seasons has been 2 episodes a week, and it takes a year and a half for it to fucking come out.
Mm-hmm.
Danny DeVito's gonna die!
Uh-oh.
I did think in that podcast, though, I did catch a little tidbit that completely rocked my world. Danny DeVito was not the first choice for Frank Reynolds. It was Ray Liotta.
Who's Ray Liotta?
Goodfellas. A very angry Italian guy. He's in a lot of. He was in Cocaine Bear.
Keep going.
If you saw him,
looks almost exactly like Dan DeVito to a certain extent.
he's 2 feet tall.
Yeah. Is he really?
And he was always a mobster.
Oh, I didn't know he was that tall.
I mean, Danny DeVito's just that short. I don't know why I looked it up,
him.
And basically what they said is if he played Frank Reynolds, the role would have been more limited, wouldn't have been as weird.
and would have been over.
Would have been over at this point, and Dennis wouldn't have gotten as angry. Because the anger would have been absorbed by the Ray Liotta character to be that frustrated character.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think because Frank is such a wild card.
Yeah.
We were talking about when we were watching the episodes down in Ocean State, Maryland. I really wanted to be in that writer's room when they said, hey, in the 2nd episode of the 16th season, Frank, we need you to be a dog. And he acted like a dog the entire fucking episode, pretty much. I don't see Ray Liotta doing that.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting that he was like that's who they were going after initially.
Did they say why you turned it down? If they gave that?
I don't. They didn't go into that. But they did note that if he had accepted it, it might have been a filming thing. He might have been tied up in another project. That if he had accepted it, it wouldn't have been a prominent role. So it would have been just the gang, and then he would show up like Rickety Cricket.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, when Danny DeVito finally joined it and was just like, "Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that," they basically just absorbed him.
Yeah.
And now I can't picture the show without him.
Yeah.
So that was the only celebrity news I got. Let's roll into gaming news with Gibby. Gibbles and bits, gibbles and bits. I'm a little bird who loves gibbles and bits. Gibby.
I've learned actually to tell him go before I actually click over.
It's good.
Because he's
good. I got a
on
delay.
delay.
Yeah. Because Gibby's brain's the delay. Normally I say go and he pauses for a second.
Let me get up and get a beer.
Yeah, let me get a beer, please. Hold on a second. So Starfield was on, had the Direct, which I believe is part of the Microsoft Direct, if I'm not mistaken.
What is this game? I only ask because I know Tim and Jarrett talk about it a lot.
Which game?
Starfield?
Starfield.
Oh.
Is it another No Man's Sky?
I was gonna say it's a space game. It's kind of seems like it. I didn't watch it. It's 45 fucking minutes of
I wouldn't watch it.
gameplay basically that they launched.
From Bethesda.
Which is owned by Microsoft.
Everything's owned by Microsoft.
Well,
Except for Blizzard. Not just yet.
So, one good news for those of you who have
Game Pass?
Xbox. Yep. Day one Game Pass.
Well, the good thing is, well, it's
Day
not a
one.
good thing. It'll expire by the time the game comes out. For me. That 2-year deal will be over by the time that fucking game comes out.
Yeah, it looks like it's a No Man's Sky type of deal. It's an open world in form of a galaxy, players being able to land on more than 1,000 planets and moons.
I don't know.
So technically limited, but while some locations are handcrafted by Bethesda, some are generated by the game, terrain, flora, fauna.
Woo!
Yeah, blah blah blah. Basically, yeah, I'd say it's Bethesda's No Man's Sky.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Day one release, Xbox Game Pass. I know a bunch of our friends are interested in it. I not so much. We'll see what happens.
The word friends.
I got burned by No Man's Sky, so I'm not really hype about it.
What does it say when it comes out?
September. I want to say 3rd.
Oh,
It's a single digit. I know that.
my Game Pass might not have expired by then.
September 6th.
September 6th. I'm sorry. I know it was a single digit.
I know I got the Xbox around then.
So that's that.
Woo!
High on Life also had
DLC.
DLC that they showcased.
That's the only thing that I saw naturally. And by that I mean, like, wasn't brought to me by Tim, Jared, or someone else in that chat.
Like your phone pushed the news on you? Because mine does that sometimes.
Yeah, it was like, hey, High on Life is getting a sequel, or a DLC content. And I was like, I haven't finished it yet.
I haven't finished it yet either. I attempted and didn't go well for me, unfortunately. So apparently it's about the High on Knife. So I'm assuming that stupid knife character has got a prominent role in this again.
Well, I'm very curious if Justin Rowan's going to be in it. He's the voice of the original gun. The Morty sounding gun.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
It's High on Knife, so the knife just might be
The voice.
the main character this time.
The screenshot I saw, not the one you have on yours, had a picture of the Morty gun still.
Alright, well then, yeah, I guess maybe.
So, because like Rick and Morty, as of right now, are sticking to their guns that they're recasting the voices. I don't think they will. Especially since he got it cleared of all the charges.
I was going to say, yeah, all the charges dropped.
Yeah, so I think they'll just basically bulk on it and hope people forgot.
Yeah.
But that seems too close to when it happened. That they might have just said, fuck it.
Maybe? Who knows? That's a good question. I didn't even think of that, but yeah.
Because, I mean, even though his voice is kind of generic and all the characters he does are the same fucking voice, just...
I mean, honestly,
Different levels.
even if they
Still
put him
iconic.
in last minute, it wouldn't be that hard. It's not
No.
like it's only probably a couple
Or-
CGI areas that they needed to do, and then a bunch of the gun makes mostly the same
Or
talking points.
they just use the AI, because they haven't come to a contract agreement with these people yet. And just be
Well-
like, fuck you, we have enough samples of your Morty voice that we could just fucking put out dialogue on the gun.
I mean, it's not a game though, so I don't even know if that would even.
I'm sure they're their own union.
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how.
Voice actors
exactly-
probably have their own thing.
Deep fake is a deep fake.
You deep fake shit, all kinds of shit.
That's right.
I watched these Minecraft videos of Joe Biden, Obama, and Donald Trump talking shit on each other,
Yeah.
and it's
funny.
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
I watch them from time to time.
They're
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. Like, they're so dumb, but they're hilarious.
So good.
Yeah, they are. Like,
So
the
good.
fact that he blew the fuck out of the one house with TNT and he accidentally set it off too early. He's like, oh man, fuck this shit, I'm out.
I have some Blizzard news, obviously.
Jizzard.
Overwatch 2 is adding story missions in August
Boo!
for $15.
Boo!
So you have to pay more money for an unfinished game.
For a game that came out almost 10.
No, it's Overwatch 2.
But Overwatch 2 is the same thing as Overwatch 1.
It is. But
that
you still
came
had to
out
pay
in-
for it again.
And that came
You
out.
still had to pay for it again.
yeah.
Why are you criticizing the Jizzard method?
Yeah, it works. People keep doing it. So now they're
Eventually.
gonna start giving you some, solo play gameplay. A campaign of that possibly. But you have to pay for it because they want your money. God damn it.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
My other thing on what's it called? FTC, Federal Trade Commission, it seeks to injunct halting Microsoft Activision deal.
Interesting. They're
Dun,
not
dun,
going to do it,
dun.
though.
So that happened earlier. I think it happened yesterday.
They're not going to do it.
You don't think they're gonna stop it?
Just slow it.
But I think they're gonna slow it down. I think they haven't greased the palms of the politicians enough yet. It's the problem.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Yeah. So
Microsoft will see it.
Look
Yeah.
at him like, you got to give me a level 100 character in Diablo 4, and I
Yeah.
will push this deal through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of my friends bullying me because I'm here in DC working on bills. That's how I imagine the conversation would go down. With AOC, I don't see anybody on the Republican Party playing Diablo. They live it.
So apparently, the fans are really in love with the new droid in Star Wars Outlaws. Have you seen the droid?
Is that the... Yeah, so it's the old Federation unit.
Yeah.
The super battle droid.
Yes, it's a super battle droid. So I guess that's gonna be. I don't know. Is he
Yeah,
gonna be
cool.
like a main character or?
Did you see the trailer for it?
I did not see the trailer. No.
It felt like the Jedi game. Just instead of having a lightsaber, you have a gun.
Has there ever been a droid that the fans didn't love, by the way?
No.
There's
There's a Gungan they hate.
Yeah, every Gungan, yeah.
Yeah, but like,
I'm trying to think.
Every
Every
fucking droid gets over.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone.
Nick was obsessed with that fucking bounty droid, and then he got a prominent role in Mandalorian.
How about General Grievous?
He's not really a droid, though.
They didn't hate him.
He's
Man,
an
hate him.
There's other things in the prequels they went after, mainly a Gungan,
True.
and then the racist Federation leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do they sound Chinese but look like fish?
Yeah. I don't know if did people really like BB-8?
I think when
Oh.
BB-8 first got
I
announced,
don't think-
there was hate.
I don't think people
So,
took onto it
when-
as much.
When
at
you
first.
inevitably get drugged to Disney,
Oh god.
there's a droid building thing, and you can build R2 or a BB-8 unit. And the BB-8 unit seems, at least when I was watching Jimmy do it,
Yeah.
was the more popular one.
That's because it's the younger generation. That's their dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm well aware, but
That's
they had
fucking
way
bullshit.
more customizations for BB-8 than they had the R2 units.
Damn fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Damn fucking bitches.
Damn fucking bitches.
Damn fucking bitches.
But to your original question, no, I don't think there's ever been a fucking robot. Even the medical droid in
I'm
Empire Strikes
I'm
Back.
just trying to think. Yeah. Like,
Sassy
you know.
little bitch.
See, everybody loves robots. Foreshadowing.
And then I only got one other story.
Till 10, except the Terminators, when they're here in 10 years. What's the one story?
So this one's kind of I don't know if anybody pays attention to anything, but this is actually relates to streaming.
Well, we suck at it, so...
So Nick Mers,
There's three dudes that are, like, racists.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly, racist. Sure,
I've caught it. I've caught it from
not necessarily racist, but
they said something. I've caught it from the people who are angry.
LGBTQ plus
Yeah,
99662914, whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
those are the people that I've been seeing react to it.
Will that help us get over being racist?
They're homophobes.
No.
Or,
Oh.
I don't know. They've said a lot of nasty stuff about the people that apparently said nasty stuff.
So Nick Mers posted a tweet on the Twitter.
Tweet on Twitter.
And he basically had a picture of protest, peaceful protest. And he said this is only 4 blocks away from my house, blah, blah, blah. Then he tweeted out they should leave the little children alone. That's the real issue. And that tweet right there was enough to get his...
What was the protest about?
It was an LGBT plus demonstration, they said, outside a school board meeting.
Okay.
But this is all related around where...
Is this Florida?
Yeah, Yes.
I'm gonna guess yes.
Yes.
Because I feel like Florida's the only
I'm
one that's
gonna
really
guess
like
yes.
battling this out
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But it's so the demonstrators are outside of the school board or whatever.
Okay.
I guess they're having a school board meeting at the time. So he's basically saying they shouldn't be out there protesting
I feel like you're.
because if kids are there or whatever.
What did he really say, Frank?
I don't know. I'm trying to
I
find
just
it.
said They should leave the little children alone. That's the real issue. That's literally.
That's
the
what he
tweet.
said.
That's
Why are
literally his
people
tweet.
so fucking angry?
Well, I found one thing
Because,
according to.
again, it harks back to because the whole thing is the right saying that they're grooming the kids, and then they're associating the tweet with being on the right is the issue.
Gay people have way more fun than straight people.
Uh,
I
accord-
wish gay people groomed me.
According to Dextero.com, Nick Murr's followers skyrocket after Pride tweet. So, evidently, real people must have liked it while everybody else hated it.
So wait,
Well,
he's pro Pride,
No.
or did like?
I don't know if you can say if he's pro or anti.
Well-
To me, that tweet is not pro or anti anything.
I
The problem is LGBT take it as against.
what was it being discussed at the school board meeting? Like, what were they protesting?
My guess is probably some kind of. Again, it's this whole grooming thing that's happening. I guess it probably is in Florida, probably mostly, but that's the whole issue.
Okay. I'd be interested because obviously they're taking an offense of this dude doesn't like people protesting whatever the fuck they were doing. There's so much misinformation.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he just had a kid, so he's a recent dad, a new dad, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, it was 4 blocks from his house.
he's
So
he's gained
he's probably gained a lot.
60,000 followers in the last month.
So basically, Nick Murs and Tim the Tap Man both received operator skins in Call of Duty.
That's what I saw.
Yep. So basically, in under 24 hours, Activision Blizzard took down his operator skin.
Well, I get why they did it. There are already enough hot water as it is.
So then, upon that, a bunch of other streamers, probably the most notable is
Tim the Tatman Taylor, whatever the fuck his name was.
what the fuck is the stupid guy that wears Dr. Disrespect?
The guy who gets banned on every platform he shows up on.
Well, it's kind of in his name, so.
Uninstalled the game. And basically said he's not coming back until they
That guy needs to go away.
put his give him back his operator skin or have a public
He
apology.
filmed little boys in the bathroom.
That guy needs to go away.
Then Tim the
wait,
Tap
what?
Man.
Yeah, you don't remember that? That's one of the reasons why Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect needs to go away.
He live streamed at TwitchCon, walking into the men's room at the urinals with a kid peeing in the urinal.
Oh, so he wasn't. I mean, okay. He didn't necessarily target the kid, but it's still a fucked up thing to do.
Yes,
You don't bring cameras into a bathroom.
No, that's why I said it's a fuck. Like, I was.
and especially when
Yes.
you know there's kids. It's like
Well,
it would have been a different thing if it was like, oh, this is the VIP celebrity room. Like that's a whole totally different thing. You're in the common area at a Twitch convention. You know that's going to have kids there.
Well, at the same time, Twitch convention is live streaming.
Yeah.
But that guy has so much baggage attached to him that if he's even related to what's happening, or he just happened to get caught up in like,
No, he just
fuck that
uninstalled.
guy too.
He's backing basically Nick Murs. And he's not
That's
the
not
only
a guy I
one.
would want back at me.
Tim the Tap Man also publicly stated it feels wrong for him to have his
Very white backing that's going on right now.
Nick no longer have his Activision, and he basically asked Activision to remove his skin. So Activision removed the Tim the Tap Man's operator skin as well.
First of all, who's buying these skins? Because those people should just be killed.
I mean,
Yes.
you're talking about those two are probably the two largest streamers.
They should still
in-
kill. Like, I'm not gonna.
Call of
I like
Duty.
a lot of stuff, but I'm not buying the skins of JD and Turk for Surgeon
Well,
Simulator.
I'm just saying they're probably.
so totally
Yeah.
would though. That's the thing.
I realize I sold myself
Yeah.
mid sentence.
I mean, your issue is they're probably the two largest. I would assume, or got to be up at the top of the list for.
This is the first
Call of
time I've
Duty.
heard of these two people.
Tim the
Doctor
Tap Man?
Disrespect, I keep hearing because
Oh,
he's
I'm sorry. I'm talking about Dr. Disrespect and Tim the Tap Man.
Tim the Tatman.
I've never heard of this Nick Murs guy.
I'm gonna be
I've
completely
never
honest.
heard of him either. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dr. Disrespect asked for it because he's just going to retire.
That or he's trying to piggyback off of like fame.
Yeah.
Because his star is fucking fizzling. He got kicked off YouTube.
Yeah.
According to esportsbets.com, Nick Mers is the number 1 Call of Duty streamer. Dr. Disrespect is number 2.
Tim number 3.
No.
Is
No.
Nick Mers his name?
Tim's number 5.
Tim's 5.
Or is Nick Mers his username?
It's
It's Nick Merckx.
Nick
Nick
Merckx?
Merckx. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I just kept
It's
repeating what
actually-
Gibby said because I don't
it's
want to
something
keep
else.
reading it.
It's FAZE Nick Merckx. So
Oh,
FAZE.
FaZe.
FaZe is his
Clan tag.
clan tag / his.
I've heard FaZe
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, it's
But
a
his-
clan tag.
It's probably he might even be sponsored. It's
His
probably
last name is-
sponsorship or whatever.
His last name is Kolchev.
Yeah.
Or
I understand
Kolchev.
why he went with
Kolchev.
Nick Merckx.
Kolchev.
So
Though,
that's up in the air right now. That's
for what
probably
it's-
the biggest controversy going on right now, I guess, in the streaming world.
for what it's worth, Nick Merckx and Tim Dude are younger than us. Well,
Yes,
barely.
they are.
Like, they're 33, 32.
Oh, I thought
Dr. Disrespect
Slow
is...
your roll, man. 33, 32. That's
This-
1 year away.
he's
It's
in
younger
his,
than us.
He's in his 40s, right?
But I was going to say, they're near our age was my real point.
Yeah. He's in his 40s.
Dr. Disrespect is 40-something.
I'm
42.
very curious as to what the school board meeting was.
It's
For
probably like any of the other normal
'Cause
ones that
that's-
people are bitching about.
well, that's what
stuff
clearly
that's inside the schools.
Triggered the community, that he basically said, stop protesting that, which, if you read it at face value, it sounds like he's taking a side. And at that point, you fucked yourself for taking a side on the internet. Doesn't matter the side. If you take a side on the internet, you've pissed off half the internet.
They should leave a little...
But that happened. So I know a lot of outpours going on for him, but there's also a lot of hate. So it's going back and forth.
I've seen the hate. Because I've seen the hate,
I've seen a lot
and then
of the other stuff. Like I said, I guess I'm getting more of the positive stuff because I actually know who these other people are, and I know that I interact more with that community than I do with the other side.
white supremacy. It's fine.
So, but it is, it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
So actually I didn't even see the nickname. The thing that I saw pop up was Tim the Tap Man Taylor, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Tim. Yep.
He's
Tim.
Yeah, I just keep thinking Tool Time.
Tim the Tapman Taylor, yeah.
So basically, I saw his tweet quote tweeted about standing in solidarity. I obviously with that guy, I didn't catch the guy's name when I was reading it, and basically said, "Oh, I must be a piece of shit because I'm helping him, whatever the fuck." I loosely looked at it.
But, yep. So that's basically what happened. I don't know where it's gonna go from there.
I'm legit curious as to what the whole scenario was, because I would probably complain about anyone protesting about anything near my house. I don't care what you're protesting. I could be the only person against what you're protesting, but if you're yelling outside my house, I'm just not happy. And if it was just misconstrued into he was taking a side, or he sent a tweet out, did a stream, and then talked about what he really fucking felt. And that was just not documented in word.
No, he did do a stream afterwards, basically saying it is what it is. He just doesn't feel like. He's basically came out and said he's a new dad, and that's just basically where his head's at right now.
Yeah, so...
It makes sense. For a new dad, he wants to have full control over his child, and he doesn't want the government making decisions for him.
Yeah, but he'll pledge allegiance to God. So it just doesn't make sense to me that you're going to say that when you have a newborn. Because the curriculum's not going to be the same in 5 years.
I agree, but that doesn't matter. I mean, he still is a new dad. You got to understand, if that's
I am
your
a new
first
dad.
child, yeah, you're going to be more protective right off the gate.
For a school that my kid doesn't go to yet?
So...
Some people are. Some people worry about that stuff.
A few possibly out of context follow-up... It's hard to find, the actual, thread. But
I can tell you the problem I'm dealing with.
He doubled down on...
Someone's going down to his dad's on Sunday, and he's coming back with a lot of God talk. And that doesn't jive well with me, because he's 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need to be told that I'm going to hell, because he doesn't understand what's being told to him.
Let's be realistic. We've all signed our first class ticket down there.
You're not wrong, but I need a 6-year-old that I buy shit for telling me I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
or singing to me songs about God. Because then I gotta tell him it's not real. And then it breaks his little heart that I've just destroyed his version of Santa Claus.
So, I get like. So I'm trying to follow. I got a little bit here. The streamer doubled down on his argument. So the video bothered me. I just didn't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, you're just wrong. I don't have any quarrels with anybody here. I don't want to fight on the internet, basically.
Well, okay, well, he fucking contradicted himself in that statement. He basically says, I don't feel like this should be talked about at school, and then goes, it's not that I don't think it should be taught.
No, talked about.
Talked about in school, and then his next statement is, it's not that it shouldn't be taught.
Well, no, shouldn't be spoken about.
Yeah. And then his next statement was, he doesn't think it shouldn't be taught.
No, I don't think it's the place to be. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that, and it's not like I think it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, you're just wrong.
Basically, what he's saying is he doesn't think it should be.
Don't say it here. Go say it somewhere else.
Yes.
Or it needs to be.
That's saying you don't want it spoken about there.
Okay.
Where do you learn if not through the education system?
I just don't know. I'm back on what Dace said. Like, I don't know what happened in that.
They have plenty of
because that's so affordable for everybody.
What, private school?
He said college.
College.
Oh, college. Because that's the other argument too, is private schools, but that's not.
Yeah.
That's not affordable. Like, that ain't cheap.
No.
True. Charter schools. A little bit cheaper, but still pretty pricey.
He started a response to the backlash by stating that he did not like the tweet he had seen and watching people fight outside the school with kids. I'll say this: I saw a tweet and I didn't like what I was seeing, man. I saw parents brawling in front of a fucking school with kids. I just didn't fucking like it. I'm sure a lot of you understand that you would piss some people off. It pissed me off. But again, these, like I said, these responses are kind of out of context. Like, I don't have a full chain.
Yeah.
So,
that's why I think ultimately I'd be very interested in what the board meeting was.
I'm back with you on that.
Is it banning books? Is it banning African American history?
Yeah,
if it's the LGBT plus in front of it, it's got to be related to that.
Or was it teaching kids?
It's not like Black Lives Matter was
it teaching kids how to tuck in school? Like, you got to get a little bit of tape and you tuck it under this way.
Or is it talking about the oppression they suffered?
Right, like...
They should know that there was oppression that was put against people for being different.
Yeah.
Same way, the Pilgrims came to America to escape religious persecution. It's okay to say that's fine. That's my beef with it. Is if you're going to teach it all. Don't pick and choose, because that's when you get into issues that we have today. Because you pick and choose. That's why you have white privilege, because you weren't told about things that happened that are not so nice.
You weren't told how bad it was.
Yeah.
right.
So to me, you're going to teach it all, teach it the way it should be taught.
Mm-hmm.
And that's every perspective, right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yeah.
I do think you should learn about the religions. You learn about mythologies. You learn about Chinese,
But you do. I learned about all that in high school.
Why can't you learn about the people who are gay in health?
I have no problem with it.
I'm not saying
but
you personally.
I don't think it should be taught in elementary school.
They don't, though.
They do. It's gotten younger and younger is sort of the issue.
Because they have to explain that why there's 2 dads or 2 moms in the room. That's okay. That's their preference. I'm not going to say, hey, you're going to have 2 dads. But what are you going to just ignore it? Because that definitely makes that kid feel out of place that has 2 dads.
It might be how deep you go into it, but otherwise, like...
I don't say they'll put penises in each other.
Like...
But you can't sit there and ignore if there's a kid in the room that has 2 same-sex parents.
Right, and I don't know how deep they go, and I don't have kids.
I don't remember my parents ever being in the classroom.
Neither do I, because they
So,
work.
like, I don't
So if you're a part of
understand-
work in America, they're probably working.
So I don't know how they would even know is the other issue.
I can say right now,
it's
Jimmy
a
still
weird-
doesn't know what it is. So it's not like Deffert's teaching it. Or whatever's... I don't even know what it is that people think are being taught that's so damn bad. On both sides. Like, I don't know what people are trying to defend, and I don't know what people are so trying to get rid of. Because, like, honestly, everything I've seen that Jimmy's done is, oh, look, I made a turkey with my hand. It's a glorified daycare at this
normal kid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think there's in certain areas I do think it probably has gone too far, but it's usually teacher related, not necessarily curriculum related.
so as per usual, it's a case-by-case scenario that's being blown up nationally, just like, oh, all
But-
cops shoot black people. Well, no, it's a
exactly, but
case-by-case
it's-
scenario.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
what either the left or the right does. Is they cherry pick the cases
Yeah.
that they want to see and then amplify that to the 10th degree.
Yes. But when, at least
It's very obvious.
my issue of what's happening in Florida is they're actually moving laws to stop teaching stuff that I don't know if it was necessarily being taught to begin with, and then just infuriating everybody. That's just dumb to me. You're alienating. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. You're alienating at least half, regardless of what you do.
Yeah, well,
In a tax-paid
in
field,
today's world, I don't think you're ever gonna be able to please both sides.
you're not. But you shouldn't
Ever.
be making decisions when taxes come from the entire pool.
Then you'll never
And
make
you
any
alienate half.
then you'll never make any
You
decisions.
do if you take God out of it, hands down.
Then you
It's
can't-
all or nothing. You don't go, oh, you know what? We will do everything that is okay by the Christian FCC standards.
But then if you don't, then you're pissed off the right. The problem,
They
that's
can
what
go
I'm
to their
saying.
Catholic
You
schools
you
that don't
back-
get taxed.
You go back both ways. Is the
They
problem.
could go
You're
to their
always gonna
churches
piss off
and
one
learn
side.
on Sunday school where they
Yeah.
don't get fucking taxed. They can push that agenda there. But don't sit there and exclude history.
How did you miss one of the best gaming news of all time? And how dare you not announce it?
No,
What is it?
Alan Wake 2 is launching October 17th.
I don't even know what that
You are a I fucking hate you.
is. I don't even know what that is. So that's why
Alan
I'm
Wake
saying it.
is by far, hands down, one of the best
It teaches-
Microsoft game ever.
Children about drag with guns.
Oh.
No, it's a
Oh.
Stephen King novel. It's a
Okay.
horror game. It's fantastic.
About losing your penis.
That too.
Yeah.
And how there's a woman at the bottom of the lake. She'll drag you down to the bottom of the lake.
She will.
That's that?
Yes.
Wasn't that a Harrison Ford movie?
She's coming
been.
for you.
But on top of that, there was also a Silent Hill 2 remake. Probably
is this the
gonna
Sony
be.
thing that came out?
Yeah.
We talked about that already.
I don't know. Sony might have done that after we did the show on Monday.
I thought we talked about it.
Because Spider-Man's
This
release date
is
was
June
pushed too.
13th.
Today?
At 12, yeah. As of 10 p.m. Pacific time, which is 3 p.m. today. But
Last
the dates are actually listed.
Well, I think Sony had their state of play last
Oh.
week, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Because Spider-Man also had a release date of October 20th
Yeah.
with an actual collector's edition. It's a little bit pricey. It's $249
Are you serious?
for a Venom statue with both Spider-Man.
Let's fucking go.
How big the statue?
Yeah.
Probably not that big.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably not that big.
And then you get like 10 different costumes, 5 for Miles, 5 for Peter. And I think you get the season pass. But it's still not $249 value. Because, I mean, it's a $70 game. That means you're telling me that statue and those fucking... The DLC is, what, $200? Or $150 or whatever the fuck it is? That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so the company that owns Tomb Raider and Lord of the Rings and Borderlands,
Amazon?
no,
2K?
one of their sub studios,
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's a sub studio now. Yeah.
Embracer, is to close after a $2 billion deal falls through.
So those IPs are going to be tossed to the wind?
No.
Probably
Or-
up for
It's a
buying.
sub.
Up for
No.
what?
It's a sub fucking. What's it called? It's just gonna go back to the parent company.
Okay.
It's like, you know, Blizzard goes. What's called does
Toy Box Toys.
not
THQ
like,
did with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
like Treyarch. If Treyarch goes under, fucking
They-
Activision doesn't lose the fucking Call of Duty brand. They'll just pawn it off to another fucking developer to develop it.
That makes sense to me.
It's not.
It's like
Yeah.
creating a new company and bidding against
Yeah.
that company.
Yeah.
It's like Bungie. Bungie did the same thing. Bungie used to be made as Bungie, and then they sold Bungie
To Microsoft.
to Sony. Congratulations. Bungie was originally Microsoft because it
Yeah.
was Halo up until
Yeah.
Halo 4, and then Microsoft sold off Bungie. Microsoft did not lose the IP of Halo,
Yeah.
and now Bungie's a Sony exclusive brand. And I don't even know who the fuck makes fucking what's called now Halo.
Microsoft.
EA!
It's not well, it is Microsoft.
Microsoft-
but
Microsoft
it's a
Game
different-
Studios.
Is it, oh, it is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's a studio under Microsoft. I just don't know
Yeah.
which one it is.
The generic one.
Yeah.
That gets the scraps.
Like, they don't lose it. It just rolls back up to whoever the parent company is.
Oh.
They're not idiots.
Uh,
I mean, unless they want to lose it.
Unless they
want to lose
like
it.
again, if they go Tomb Raider is a loss for us,
Then they'll
cut it and they'll sell
cut it. They'll cut and if it has a bunch of debt on it. Yeah.
Crystal Dynamic insists that Tomb Raider project and the contract development it's doing on Perfect Dark are not impacted. Embracer, they're behind the release of Dead Island 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that
just came
explains
out.
it.
There it is. There
I
it is.
still haven't gotten to the multiplayer spot.
They're also behind the troubled Star Wars KOTOR remake.
Yeah, did that get canceled? Or at least it's going through developmental hell?
It's currently in the hands of Aspyr?
I think it's like the third or fourth fucking game
Aspyr?
developer at this point.
ASPYR.
Yeah.
Aspyr? Aspyr?
Dude, Star Wars games are
Pure?
constantly cursed.
Yeah.
Aspyr. That seems true.
Yeah.
Then there's a lot more
I
words
wonder
than I
how
really read.
much power Disney has over. Like, I wonder if
Not
it's a Disney thing.
much. I know LucasArts sold it before Disney bought them. And that was the problem with EA strangling with the Battlefront series.
It's a Battlefront series, yeah.
And then apparently, like I think it's freer now, but EA still gets to make something.
Yeah.
And that's why they've been making the Jedi games. And that's why, who's doing Outlaws? Is that Bethesda? It was on the Xbox Showcase, so somebody who is owned by Xbox is doing Outlaws.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah. Well,
And I think
I don't know if it's. I would be shocked if it's.
who
exclusive,
does
yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
That would be
Ubisoft?
Yeah.
They got a Star Wars game, unless that's Outlaws. They have a Star Wars game coming out.
I don't think they've announced their game. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think they've announced.
Yeah,
I know
Outlaws.
they have one. But
It's not Outlaws.
No, it is.
Oh, it is
Oh,
Outlaws.
it is Outlaw. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that was their big announcement then. Because did they just announce that? This is the first time I heard Outlaws, by the way, as well.
There was another one that Sony announced too, back in December.
I don't know the announcement time. All I know is when I Googled it, it was on the Ubisoft site.
Okay.
So I don't know when the announcement came out.
Okay. 'Cause that was always been unnamed for the longest time.
Yeah, because they were the first to grab the license after EA fucked up Battlefront 2.
Yeah, they really fucked up Battlefront 2.
But there was
I
another
keep wanting to go back and attempt that because I heard a game's changed a lot since then.
Eclipse, Star Wars Eclipse. They showed a trailer for that at State of Play back in December or January. I think it's developed by Quantic Dream.
Never heard of it.
They did the Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They're going to do it. That actually might be kind of interesting, actually.
And it's
I like Heavy Rain.
that could almost have like a what was the Han Solo? Could almost have like a Solo type feel because of they go sort of into the Detroit thing where it's like you're kind of coming up and
and it's in the High Republic era.
oh okay so
It's not even well.
Are you a Jedi or are you?
It said it takes place in the Jedi Golden era of the High Republic.
Huh.
Which makes sense because the last Jedi survivor
Uh-huh.
is dabbling in High Republic's lore.
Interesting.
They actually brought a Jedi from that era into
Sold.
this era. Dagon something. I'll eventually finish that game.
I tried. I can't.
I just assumed you were going to watch the cutscenes on YouTube.
That's usually what I do. Like that's such a. I want to play it. I just hate that game mode. Like the game mode is just like, it's just not my.
That's where I
hate it.
That's the
I
game mode I
fucking
live in.
hate it. Like I'm struggling with Diablo to be honest.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for you.
Fucking struggle.
I've got like 5 characters now, dude. I've never done that in
Yeah,
Diablo.
I'm on the massive struggle bus.
What level are you?
My my solo character I've been playing is the Necro. I'm only I think I'm 20 or 21.
I'm 17 on wherever we stopped.
Yeah. Guess what? When we stopped and I logged out and I looked, I was like, oh shit, this character's higher than my Necro right now. That's how fucking like. And since then, I've only leveled it like 5 levels. Like, and I'm still like, I am on the struggle fucking bus.
Well, then I played with Dan, Tim, and Alan,
I
got
will
that
tell
up
you
to
this.
17.
I will tell you this. It is definitely a lot more fun playing with people.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my, I can't see me ever
It
playing that game by
is
myself.
fucking a little brutal playing it solo. I do like the only thing I do like about doing it solo, and I will probably finish it
Story.
solo, is I can actually watch the cutscenes without having fucking dodo brains. Yeah, doing.
He hasn't played with us yet.
No,
Don't point at me.
no,
Dan,
it's-
skip.
it was
Jared.
Jared.
It was Jared.
And two people were skipping each time. I don't know who else is in it.
It was Jared. I mean,
it's just
it would
Jared?
take me forever to catch up to you guys.
Yeah.
I can see where that could be annoying because every time I got 5 feet, it's like, hey, your party's trying to do the next thing, and it was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then we'd be watching the next thing, and then the door opens.
Yeah, and I thought that was kind of interesting that the animations would actually happen while the cinematic was playing. I'm like, that is kind of interesting. And you can see like the attack effects going on when he's attacking things, but you don't actually see any of it.
Mm.
But you see the attack animations. It's like, I'm like, during the cinematic scene, that is kind of interesting. Like, it's not a true, like, it's, like, to do it that way is kind of interesting. So
I got a wizard and a rogue at the same level. And then I've got a barbarian and a necro that's available to multiplayer from the start of the village. So I can do the first mission again for the third time.
there you go. So, yeah, I literally just finished the first act on my necro.
I don't like the necro.
The necro, I like him. The problem is he's a little hard solo.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him being a lot more fun in a group scenario. Because you basically, once you get to a certain level, you can just do corpse explosion spamming.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you'll clear things much quicker for the group.
Okay.
The problem is with the necro, if you're versing one elite, your fucking skeletons like die in like 2 hits, and then you're like
You're beat.
You're beat because that's like your only main source of damage at that point. And it's
Yeah.
just like you really struggle, especially any of the boss fights. Like I struggle immensely because you can't get corpses.
I'm gonna play it tonight when I get done here.
Yeah, I mean I'm.
All hype about it. You'll play for like 10 minutes and go, oh yeah.
That's me gaming right now.
It's fun. The problem is it like I can only play it for like, and I told Dan I was like, I can play it for like an hour and a half at the max, and then it's like,
So-
I need to stop. I need to do something else. Like my problem is it's not my game type, but I love the story of Diablo. Is my problem. So I'm just trying to beat it, and it's just like,
Well, the one thing I did appreciate playing with Dan, I guess Dan learned his lesson for what he did to you in Diablo 2. That he was very more patient with me and Tip.
Oh,
However,
okay.
Alan, level 23, comes in and just starts fucking murdering, just murdering everything, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you take it away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Dan learned it. Dan came in with a character lower than ours. It's still doing better than us. But came with a character lower than ours,
Yeah,
and he knew
so-
where to go generally.
Yeah.
So the thing is, which I've realized, so
Don't play with Alan.
no,
I told
the
you.
reason why he's doing better than you.
Well, he lives in it.
No, so if you're gonna do multiple characters or whatever,
Yeah.
I've realized, what you can get like items and stuff at like level 20 that a level 9 can still wear, and it's much.
Can you transfer your items amongst...
Yes, and you
Oh,
can put it.
I
So
should stop destroying things.
he's taking things. He's taking things and dropping it onto his other tune. A weapon that he shouldn't be able to get for like 5-6 levels, and the weapon
Well,
makes so much
Hit
of a
it
difference.
very well.
Yeah.
He let Tim and I enjoy what we were doing until Alan logged on and wiped out everything in the area.
Yeah.
And I went, what happened? And then it turned into not as intense as Diablo 2, where you guys were done the story by the time he and I got to level 1.
Yeah, after I got done talking to the merchant, like, oh, what do you have here? Oh, I like this shield.
But like,
Oh, we're done. What?
I don't know what keeps happening. I hope Jizzard fucking fixed it. And that first mission where you guys, every time you go into the caves, I get disconnected. Every fucking time. I get disconnected that Wednesday when you were playing, where Tim and Jared got transferred to the end of that.
I don't understand how that happened. That was weird.
Yeah, and then when Alan logged on and we were going to go do that same mission, I got DC'd at the same spot again. So
I haven't had any issues. I did it twice and no issues.
maybe it's the Xbox.
Well, actually, I did 3. Well, I guess if you're counting the beta, I did it like 3 times.
I got DC'd at that spot, at the same spot, which was weird to me.
Yeah, I haven't had any issues. I get some weird particle effects that keep happening on which I still don't understand exactly why it keeps happening, but
I want to play it.
it's not that big of a deal for me at least.
I do. I would have played it all weekend if I had other things to do.
Yeah, I was kind of like hoping you guys would actually play because I was like, I kind of need somebody else to play with me.
Why don't you hit me up?
Yeah, he wasn't invited.
You're not invited.
I'm never.
You're available, but you're not invited to the thing that I need people to come to.
Because I didn't say anything because I knew you and Frank.
I brought it with me, and I probably could have hooked it up Saturday.
Yeah.
I just didn't. The TVs were so small, and everything was so far away from the TVs.
Yeah.
And
So,
the
I mean,
TV
I
in
only
the
played.
living room, I don't even know if I would have been able to hook it up to that. That was a very old. That's the same type of TV I got behind the bar, so it's very old.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't.
So I watched Rick and Morty for the 8th time.
I played a little bit, then I just gave up.
I want to play. I assume that's what we're doing tomorrow. Well, you won't. Frank won't be on. I assume that's what we're doing tomorrow.
Let's go.
I assume so. Yeah.
Well, the 4th spot's probably. I don't like that you can only have 4.
That
Yeah.
is weird.
That's stupid to me, especially
Yeah.
since everybody. Like I've had other people show up near me as I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
That's not in my party.
But what it does is when you go into the zones
Stories?
or whatever, yeah, you're forced to only have 4. You can't have randos in there.
That's fucking stupid.
But it is easier to do a lot of the outer world stuff, like the time events, etc. If you do it as like 8 people.
Yeah.
I've done a couple times, by the way. It makes life so much easier. You can just, I did a couple of them. I just stood there and just waited for the event to end and then collected my loot. Because like these people are just gonna fucking wail away at the shit, and you're just like, yeah, I'm here.
I'll wait here for the good stuff.
I'll wait here for my loot. Thank you. Oh, there's my chest.
Did you get it?
No.
It's interesting.
He would have said, "Let's go," and you would have been waiting for this fucker, and he hasn't even bought the goddamn game.
You would have been sleeping or something,
I mean,
too.
Then it would have took him 4 hours to fucking download it.
Yeah, it's a game. My problem is every
would've been
fucking
sleeping.
day it seems like I have a new download for the fucking thing. And I
Oh,
don't
I'm
understand
not
why.
playing tonight.
I don't understand why it needs to download every fucking day. I don't like how many fucking
Dude, Among Us-
are you doing it?
Among Us run a fucking patch. Like Jimmy's played it 2 days. They've been doing patches almost every goddamn day.
I don't fucking
They did a
get
push
it.
it update.
Mm-hmm.
Because, someone typed in gaming news on Google, and that's one of the things that popped up.
Among Us?
Yeah.
It's a whole new menu screen. It's pretty slick.
Oh,
There's new maps. There's
Yeah.
new.
yeah.
There,
It has a
there's-
very active
yeah.
mod
There's
community.
multiple. Now it's like you can have like engineer, you can have like
Scientist.
You can have multiple. I don't even know what the fuck they
Scientists can show the vitals.
all do. My kid wanted me
Jimmy
to
keeps getting it.
my kid wanted me to play. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I jumped in. I'm like, I got some fucking random roll. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, Jimmy keeps getting scientists where like he could check the vitals of all the people on the ship, so you can see when somebody kind of like
Croaks.
but he don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't talk in the chat when they're all voting, so he's usually the first one eliminated.
Damn.
And he's like, "Oh my god!" He's so excited about every change in screen. He sucks, but like
But he's excited.
he's excited. Yeah, when he gets a win, he's leveling up this character that I haven't touched in a year.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So it is
Still Among Us
interesting.
tomorrow.
I'll play a game or two before Diablo.
I was gonna say I only played like a game or two. It is not. I mean, unless you get a full group, I don't know if it's
That's what
really
I'm saying.
not that fun.
I've had fun.
I don't think you're gonna get a full group.
The problem I see is with every game he's jumped into, they'll just sit around the fucking table and just keep guessing.
Yeah.
I think for every 5 games, 4 of them was that bullshit, where they just sat there and kept hitting the emergency meeting button.
That's when you just limit the number.
You can only
It's
limit
just so
them.
fucking terrible, though.
Yeah.
And basically, they were guessing until they got it right. So at that point, what the fuck do you play?
Yeah. It's just a guessing game.
So it's Russian roulette, basically.
Yeah. And Jimmy's usually the first eliminated because he's not talking in the goddamn chat. I'm like, yeah, that's so fucking stupid. But, it is what it is. That's going to do it for us here on the show this week. 2 more left. 1 live. 1
Whoop, whoop.
we don't know. Let's go around the horn and see what everybody's doing. And by that, I mean, Gibby, what's up?
I play Minecraft Mondays. We played yesterday.
So-
it was a fucking disaster.
What happened after I rage quit?
Fuck.
And who moved my bed?
No one
You're
did.
welcome.
No
What?
one moved the bed.
Then why did I get fucking kicked back to spawn?
You're welcome.
Literally, Alan died, went back to his bed, came back down, died again, and it spawned back at fucking 0-0.
Fuck that game.
So there's clearly a glitch or something in it.
That
where
or someone fucked with the beds.
no one was up there though. We were at least with
Someone
well, I don't know
fucked
about
with
you,
the
but
beds.
with Alan, no one would fuck with us because me and Dan were both in the fucking goddamn underworld of fucking doom. I'm logging out 90% of the fucking. So you guys were watching a logout screen the entire time because I was pissing off every fucking warden known to man. Apparently.
I didn't care, but
Yeah.
I had a bet. So I kept spawning back at the top and
So-
just dropping down.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened, but I think it's a bug.
I was pissed.
To where if you just sometimes it just delinks you from your bed, I guess.
Because I only had one
'cause-
Electra.
Because my thing was to Alan, I was like, just kill yourself again. Because I told you to do it, but you fucking bounced so quickly.
Oh, I was
like,
pissed.
I was like, just kill yourself again and see if it recognizes but it doesn't.
It slow loaded so hard, and then all of a sudden I saw the map and went, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then just logged off.
He killed himself again, and it didn't matter. It still.
I mean, Alan probably has like 8,000 Elytras.
Well, that's why I asked for like, "Hey, can you hook me up?" Because like, I went in with all my shit, died, it despawned because you can't. Basically, when you die around that fucking thing, you can't get back to your stuff.
Yeah. Well, you have to. Everybody has to run away, like really far away, to not have the timer activated.
But somebody poured water in the center of it.
That's how you're getting down. Yay!
So every time you'd come down, three of them would like pop up. Did you ever find the thing you were looking for? I don't even know why we were there.
We
Dan found it
no.
today.
He still didn't find
We
it?
found it today.
Oh, you found it today?
We left and I spawned another warden while we were leaving. Because, I don't know, we could not find wherever that fucking sensor thing was. Like, it was just fucking retarded. He's fucking
The one that kept fucking us up at the entrance was on top of that structure. Like, there was no way to get to that except for the water that you had, and I had to build a dirt path to the water.
Yeah. But
stupid.
no, when I literally left through the water thing, it's another one spawned. Like,
And-
we didn't even get them all. We have no idea where they all were.
Holy shit, I didn't even realize we were at 10,000 as our limit. I thought we were at 6, or at least 8.
I think
No,
someone
we were
broke it.
at
No, we
10,000
moved to 10,
because
I believe.
of. it
That's
was
the furthest I've ever
It was
gone.
the second part of the cliffs and whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
so
the
now
first one we went to around 6,000, and then we increased it to 10.
We started at 3.
There does sound to
We
be like a
started
mutiny
3.
on hand of restarting the realm. I heard the conversations last night.
Well, it was
I was
getting.
listening.
It's getting.
It's getting traction.
Yeah, it's getting a little problematic. The server.
Everything doesn't load. And when it does
Yeah.
load, it's not the thing that's supposed to be there.
Yeah. So there's I really wish they would fix that. Like,
So
there's
I-
gotta be other people out there to do this. That I don't understand why Minecraft has like.
We have 1,001 red machines, all next to each other.
Yeah, like it makes no fucking sense.
I will gladly restart the realm if Dan rebuilds everything we have in the realm.
That's right.
All I
That's
vote
all
for
of
is
it.
that we just have Iron Farm.
Which is
We didn't
easy.
even finish like the museum
Yeah.
for starters.
Yeah.
The map project
fizzled out.
fizzled out. He's got a weird black board
Hey, I'm getting there.
with part of a penis on top of it.
That's right.
Are you moving that?
Probably not.
I kind of want to move it over a little bit,
It
but I'm not
killed-
sure if I can or not because I don't know exactly how you guys did it. But yeah,
Because it is on top of like what, the free parking or home
Jail.
or
it's on
Would
jail.
that be
it's on
jail?
jail.
I want to move it over a little bit so that when you step on the thingy, it shoots all the shit in the jail cell I want to build there.
Okay.
Like,
why didn't
I
you
still
put-
want it to be part of the fucking thing, but like,
Why didn't you plan your map out accordingly? The penis was already there.
yeah, I should have. I didn't think it.
And you've moved your map once before already.
my map.
You had to extend the map at one
Oh,
point.
yeah, well, that's because I didn't count correctly. Yeah.
At that point, you should have said, Dace, help me go further.
No, I needed to go to the left some, so I had to build on top of open land. That's the problem.
But like, we have so many projects in a realm not done yet that I'm not going to want to start a new realm and
Canto.
start a new... I fucking forgot about that one.
Yeah.
But like, even the prison's not fully done.
Yeah.
The only thing we ever did was the Avengers thing. Well, no, Doctor Strange isn't done. That was depressing. Because I was really hyped that we did the tower and the helicarrier, and then remembered that we got a very...
That's right, you did do the helicarrier.
Yeah, we got a very bright field right now. We are friends.
Yeah.
Went way too big on that one.
Yeah, we went way too big. on
Yeah, like the city of Manhattan is the fucking size of that.
that. Yeah. So-
Anyway, Frank, what do you got going on?
You know, life. I'll be here on Tuesday.
just Tuesday.
2 more.
2 more.
Yeah, so keep the show going.
You know what's great? Like 2 months ago, he was like, anytime someone's doing something, I'm there.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I got 2 more contractual dates left and I'm done.
Yeah, so
Done, goddammit.
so renew the show and I'm here.
That's right. Renew it.
I got that much.
Cheever!
I don't even have anything in the gas tank.
2 contractual dates and then you're done.
Sure, we can say that.
PTO's denied.
Denied.
You had to get it in before this. It's
Before
one of
the final
those.
2 weeks?
Yeah, final
Yeah.
2 weeks. You're not accruing enough to get the 2 hours off.
Oh,
So
fuck.
I'm sorry. We accrue at the rate of a minute per week.
Sounds about right.
Anyway, that's going to do it for us here at the Dace Man Show. Only 2 left. We're back next Tuesday here on twitch.tv/Basement Protocol. So for the few,
For my chickens.
for the proud,
And the whale.
Oh!
2 weeks left. He wants to add some in now, and he adds that.
for the Daystacular, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. And remember, Basement Dwellers, stick to the protocol.
Right.
What's up, Basement Dwellers? I hope you enjoyed the latest Basement Protocol Productions creation. I'm Chris the Dace Man Dace,
I'm Frank.
and we want to drop some social media plugs on you. Check us out on Twitter at the BPP Official for all our tweeting needs, or you can go over to Instagram at the BPP Official as well for all our picture needs.
Or Facebook/Basement Protocol Productions. Or YouTube/Basement Protocol Productions.
And if you're somebody who likes live, non-stop action content, you can go over to twitch.tv/Basement Protocol.
Or if you just like the internet in general, you can go to www.basementprotocolproductions.com. Either way you do it, doesn't matter. We'll see you next time.